Yep.
All right, welcome to the City of Troy Board of Park Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, January 6th. Abby, please call the roll.
Mr. Emmerich,
Here.
Mr. Harrelson,
Here.
Mrs. Anderson.
Here.
All members are present.
Awesome. First item on the agenda is to approve the minutes from our December 9th meeting. Those have been dispersed. Is there any additions, deletions, or subtractions from those minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, minutes approved. Next, moving on to our reports. Start off with Mr. Drake.
Good afternoon. So yeah, just to give you an update, we are finally officially moved into our new building at Duke Park, and just a huge thank you that we've got Tim Cox here. Him and his crew did a fantastic job. I know it was a huge undertaking for them to get all the IT stuff set up in the building, but just such a functional space. Ken and I were talking on the way in. It's just been such a functional space for us and such an improvement for our operation so far. So we look forward to now being fully in there and what that's going to mean for streamlining a lot of our operations. So that's been really, really good to now be fully operational out of the new building. Also, I know back in our December meeting we had Donnie Knight here, and we talked about the wetland project at Duke Park, where Timba is, kind of the west edge of Duke Park along the river. Mr. Titterington has signed the land use agreement, and we're now, Mr. Kerber had reviewed everything legal. I know we were waiting on that at the time of the meeting. And so we are now waiting on official documents and mapping to come back from Donnie Knight. Once we have that, we'll present that to the board, kind of get the final check off, make sure everybody's comfortable with what he's planning there, and then we can hopefully move forward with that project.
Good.
What else? Oh, I wanted to, we'll go ahead and I guess I can touch on this. A huge thank you to the Troy Foundation. We just received the rest of the grant funding for the safety turf at Duke Park for the playground project at Duke. So I've been in touch already with a couple different designers and planners to start to work through. I'm sure we've got to go through the bid process for the turf now, but we've started that whole process, and we'll be moving forward with getting the turf in so that we can move forward with the playground project at Duke.
Excellent.
So huge thank you to the Troy Foundation.
Questions I had, the new building, is there going to be an open house or anything like that?
We need to, yes, at some point here very soon. I know Mrs. Knight had asked about that. We can get that scheduled and get the board and hopefully some council people there to kind of dedicate the building, and everybody can have a tour and see what that's about out there.
Yeah, I'd love for the park board to be able to see it. I know 3 members going to see it for 30 minutes is a meeting, so however we can, arrange that or
we'll
figure
be
that out.
that scheduled for sure.
We should make that a priority.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the new digs.
Thank you. Yeah.
Anything else from Mr. Drake?
No.
All right. Mr. Seiler, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I do not see your report. I think that was, oh, no, I'm sorry. There it is. I apologize. Anything to add to the events?
Nothing to add. I'll just hit on a couple items real quick. Yesterday we started the park shelter reservations for 2026, as we do the first business day of each new year, so those are available online. We started our girls softball registrations yesterday, and Troy Aquatic Park passes we've sold to date now 92. Those were a discounted $20 off through the month of December, and currently they're offered at $10 off through, I believe it's the month of April.
The heat wave, it's 40 degrees today. People were thinking pool passes.
Think about trying to get it open for next week. It'll be 20 below.
Okay. And online park shelters, it's all through the park website and city website, right?
Yeah, or they can walk into the arena at our front desk there at the south lobby, and also reserve shelters through there in person.
Awesome. Anything else for Mr. Seiler?
Nothing.
All right. Next up, and first time in the hot seat there, Mr. Greaser. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be part of the team, and I don't have a report for this month necessarily. I'm still learning the ins and outs of the reporting that is given and processed, but learning a lot, being a sponge out there, talking, learning a lot of the procedures and stuff that need to take place. So
Good.
it's going well. It's going very well. I'm excited for it.
I think from a report standpoint, you know, Mr. Drake kind of changed up his report last year with what we've done in the past. And
Okay.
it's really more, you know, high level, here's 5 or 6 bullets that are going on right now that people need to know about.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of what we can kind of get to as far as just presenting in the meetings. I think that's kind of worked well, if you agree. So I think that's kind of what we can kind of shoot for moving forward.
Good.
And Jeremy can provide you with some examples of that. Absolutely.
Perfect. I know Kyler, before he left, he shared, you know, some of the prior reports and stuff that he shared with you, so.
Yeah.
Plan on kind of mirroring that and maybe making it a bullet point, like you said, some of the high level, more important things
That's
to
it.
share with you. And
That's
along that line, I would just share that we did get some gravel down on some cart paths
Okay.
at the end of December. We actually opened up for a few days.
Good.
And they got some gravel down on those cart paths. We had 80 players one day, so it
Awesome.
was good.
Awesome.
This is about as close as you get to a press conference, so.
Yeah. Well, I see we have some things to review with you in our new business, so we'll get to that. Is there
Yep.
anything else to add to your report prior to those 2 other agenda items?
No.
Okay. Well, hey, welcome aboard again.
Thank you.
And like I said, it's excited to have you, and we'll get to these here in a second.
Yep.
So, any questions for Mr. Reeser? Okay. Nothing from a planning commission report. This night, I guess we need to figure out when the next planning commission is. I don't have that on my agenda. Is that tomorrow? That will be next. Okay, sorry. I just gotta make sure I add that to the calendar. I didn't see that when I looked in today. All right. And moving on to new business. First item on the agenda is the election of officers for 2026. How it's currently listed, Mr. Emmerich, myself, I'm president. Mr. Harrelson is our vice president, and Mrs. Anderson is our secretary. Are there any thoughts or comments on those positions moving into 2026?
I'm fine keeping status quo.
I will nominate a slate of officers to remain the same as is.
All right. Is there a
I
second?
will second that.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Election of officers approved. We'll maintain with the current titles there, Abby. Second item is the review and approval of the 2026 golf and driving range rates, as well as the season rates. Do you want to walk us through that, Mr. Greaser?
I can, yeah. After doing some research and looking at some local competition and discussing it with Kyler before he was done for the year, we looked at some things and decided that increasing 9-hole green fee on the weekends only could be an opportunity to put us back in line with local competition and create a little bit more revenue on those 9-hole rates. And then increasing the memberships, the adult full memberships from 880 to 900 puts us also in line with local competition, where I think we're still on the lower end of it, but I think that's an increase we could have seen. I don't believe it received any, looking at the reports, it looks like it went from 850 to 880 last year, and then the other 20 puts us at 900, which is still, the closest is $909.50, but I mean, we still have 950 and 1500 even, so
Okay.
I think it still puts us in a good position to be successful with that. And then the single adult membership and single senior adult membership that also comes with that daily green fee. We discussed leaving the green fee of $7 alone, but raising that rate from $430, or that season membership from $430 to $450. As you can see, that still keeps us on the lower end with local competition as well.
Okay. And then I saw you included kind of another perk with the memberships this year.
I thought trying to, maybe add a little value to our memberships.
Yeah.
Giving them a 10% discount in the golf shop. Hopefully that'll increase golf shop sales as well.
Yeah.
And also, be a little bit more enticing for a membership.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think that'll be something that we haven't done in the past, so just make sure we
Yeah, my
communicate
understanding
that
is
to the
new.
members.
Yeah.
Who are out there, but yeah, no issues there. Any questions regarding the pricing?
Yeah, Mr. Greaser, have you calculated what you expect to be the gross revenue change, kind of estimate? What does this put into the coffers?
Yes, I started to do that, and I'm still learning the program of 4UP that all that runs through. So I wasn't confident with the numbers I had reported for the time that this was due, but it is definitely a number I can get for you. Like I said, I'm still learning that 4UP program and figure out how many passes we sold of which, and but yes.
So we don't
Yes,
have
sir.
like good numbers of how many unlimited play, or how many passes we played, or single adult passes we sold last year or something?
Not the actual numbers yet.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I know there's a lot of data analytics available here to figure
Yeah.
out, you know, rounds per membership versus single rounds and
Yep.
things. It's not gonna affect my opinion on it, but I'm just kinda curious, when you raise it $1, does that end up being $23,000 a difference on the whole? Does that end up being 4,000 difference?
I can tell you it ended up being closer to 1,500 to 2,000 when I did the initial reporting. And then, like I said, I just wasn't real confident with the number to share
Yeah.
with the board
Mhm.
on that until I actually,
That's fine, that's,
Okay.
yeah. You know, we talked about it, kind of ad nauseum here, we're 40,000 rounds now, right? 45,000
Yeah.
rounds about, and we were 25,000 a couple of years ago, so, I mean, it does, impact, but yeah, makes
And
sense.
the course
It's-
needs revenue to keep up.
it does. I would say the total package, what we're looking at, would generate close to 6,000 or 7,000 additional revenue dollars.
Okay.
Because I was looking at golf carts as well, and the number I came up with golf carts was going to be about an additional $14 or $14,000 if we raised it a certain amount at certain times. And with just the passes, I think it's closer to 6,000,
Okay.
6,000, 7,000.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't have that exact number for you
Yeah, that's good.
with this one.
That's okay. Well, I'll make a motion to approve the proposed 2026 golf and driving range rates, as well as the shoulder season rates at Miami Shores Golf Course. Is there a second?
Oh, second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Rates approved. The next item on the agenda is the reappointment of members of the Miami Shores Golf Advisory Board. We have 3 current members on there, and it looks like their terms are expired at the end of the year, actually.
That's what I understood, yes.
Yep, okay. Have you had a chance to meet the members yet? I believe you met one member at least, but have you had a chance to meet the others?
I have not yet.
Okay, okay. You know, I think this is something that was big prior to COVID. COVID hit. We really struggled to get it off the ground, kind of post-COVID. We actually posted a position opening when we had a member opening for the advisory board. Mayor, do you remember how many people reached out? I mean, it was in the 60s or 70s. We had to reach out once we actually proposed that position and put that out there. It didn't come through City Hall. No, we ended up posting the position on like, I thought we posted it on Facebook or something. We just never really advertised it before, but the amount of applicants we got was pretty significant as far as people who wanted to be on the board. So I think this is something kind of moving forward. You know, we have to do a better job at, you know, making sure that we're having regular meetings, that we're discussing things like, you know, rate increases with them, that we talk about, you know, what's going on as far as clubhouse cleanliness, all that kind of stuff that has kind of percolated up through this,
Yes.
you know, process that we've kind of went through together. So I just would like to kind of, you know, challenge you and ask you to kind of get that plan in place as far as when the meetings are, board members, what that kind of schedule looks like this year. And really, we should be somewhat included on that as far as, I think the vice president was actually had a spot on that advisory board there, Will. But that's something that hopefully we can get a little more engaged at. I think just the transition process from, you know, previous to new.
Yeah.
Anything we can do to kind of
course.
engage and help you out, so it's not just, you know, you there kind of isolated by yourself, you know, is better. So I would just kind of, hey, say next meeting, make sure that you touch base with all the board members,
Yep.
you have that schedule kind of outlined as far as what that looks like for you. And it could be something as, you know, the last Friday of every month, or what, you know, whatever you want to do, doesn't, you know, but just that we have something kind of formal, like, here are the members, here's what's going on, here's the consistency of it, so we can kind of develop that moving forward.
Yeah, that was my understanding. It needs to be a little bit more formal
Yeah,
and have a schedule and monthly meetings. And my understanding is last Wednesday of every month, I think is what they used to do.
we did it like on Saturdays before, so
Oh, okay.
we've done it all sorts of times.
Should be lunch at the clubhouse.
Yeah. I
There
mean,
you go.
That's not a bad idea. The other thing I was gonna say with that is, I know some of the groups know who the members are. I don't know if everybody knows who the members are. You know, I kind of asked some people around, and they could identify maybe one member didn't know. So
Mhm.
make sure that that's posted, because they are kind of the people that, you know, hear some of the
Yeah.
feedback initially with the group.
Well, maybe it'd be a good idea, assuming it doesn't exist, but like a framed thing with photos in it, you know, poster thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So if they
definitely
see
create that.
someone that they know's on the advisory committee, they can,
yeah, I
people would
think
say
the only place it's posted sometimes is like the notification where all the round scores are at and the leagues are at and who's selling their clubs kind of thing. So any type of, maybe a little more press we can give that, the better, I think.
okay, yeah, of course.
So, any other comments on the advisory board? All right,
perfect attendance.
yeah, perfect attendance. I'll make a motion to approve the golf advisory board for 2026.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, approved. Next item of business is to note the receipt of a check from the William H. Mayer Successor Trust for $1,616.10. We thank them very much for that. And is there anything else to come before the park board meeting? We have a joint park board rec meeting scheduled for the 21st. And Sue, I apologize, but do we have an actual location on that yet? The Bravo Room is where we're going to hold it again. So that is out there as well. So, all right. Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn? I'll make a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.